Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to kind of do like a sit down video with you guys and share with you guys my top 10 habits for a healthy but simple life. I kind of just wanted to try this with the new year. I wanted to share with you guys some habits that I've implemented into my life that are small but extremely helpful in the long run and help me feel incredibly more productive and healthy and happy, and they do a lot for my mental health. And they're simple, not super hard goals to reach that I think everyone should kind of think about implementing into their life to help them, especially if it's difficult for you to build habits and feel motivated all the time. So I have a list here on my laptop that I'm just going to share with you guys. I kind of just wrote everything down so I can see it. And these are in no particular order. They aren't like best habit to the whatever. It's just they're all 10 habits that I wrote out in no particular order that I want to share with you guys. So first up I wrote, which it's a cliche, it's a basic, you hear everyone say it, make your bed every day first thing in the morning. I implemented this probably back in high school. I just got up and I made my bed. That's the first thing I did, and it makes the biggest difference ever. I don't even know how to explain it. It just makes your space feel so much cleaner, put together, even if it's not, and it makes you feel more put together. It keeps you from getting back into bed and getting comfortable and sleepy, and I just noticed that it helps me so much. I'm a very environment focused person. If my environment is messy or decluttered or unfamiliar, it really throws me off. So having my bed made every morning first thing and I just get it over with is really, really helpful, because I also find that if I wait and I don't do it first thing, then I'll just keep procrastinating it throughout the rest of the day. So that is a big recommendation I have for everyone. It's simple, it's easy, it doesn't take long, and once you start doing it for long enough, you can't not do it, and it's a really easy habit to get used to doing every day. Number 2 is I get some type of movement in every day, even if it's just a simple 20 to 30 minute walk. I have struggled so much over the years of getting in a good routine of having a workout, getting movement in, and I'm still not great at it. I'm still not perfect, but I'm really working on it this year to just make small habits with that. I've started the end of last year walking every day mid-morning, just where it fits in my morning routine. And I started by walking outside every day. I did like 2 laps around my block, which took about 20 minutes. And that just really fit for me. I was able to listen to either a podcast or music, but I find that I really enjoy listening to audiobooks now, and I have a library card and I just use the free audiobooks through my library, and that is really awesome. I love reading, so it really is nice to listen to them and then get more reading in as well. So that's something that I found to look forward to every day, and it really helped my mental health, getting outside for a little bit, you know, feeling like I was getting in physical movement, and that was really helpful. Now that it's really cold outside, I do go on a treadmill in my house. My family has a treadmill, so I utilize that now that it's cold, and I find that that's really nice as well. I'm even able to hold a book sometimes, depending on how fast I want to walk, if I want to jog and all those things, but I tend to listen to audiobooks, and I really, really enjoy that time, and I find it really important and crucial to my day and makes me feel a lot better. But even the days that I don't do it, I don't beat myself up, because it's, you know, I'm just trying my best not to beat myself up about things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. My goal this year is just to get as many steps in as I can, and I think it's really helpful and beneficial, rather than forcing myself into trying to do like getting into running or getting into Pilates or like these really difficult like workouts that are not really fun to do at home. I don't really enjoy them. I just want to be able to get my body moving and be as healthy as I can. I don't have really big fitness goals, so I just want to get some movement in for my mental health and my physical health. And that has been a great addition into my life that I've made recently, so I would definitely recommend that to anyone. All right, next, this is more for people who are faith-based and Christian or whatever it may be, if you have a religion or a faith that you connect with. But for me, I am religious, and I take a lot of importance in my faith. So for me, a huge habit is doing a Bible study in the morning, every morning. Although you can do your Bible study any time of the day, it does not matter. Whatever time you have for it, do it. For me, I find that doing it in the morning is the best. One, am more likely to get it done if I do it in the morning. If I wait, I will just kind of procrastinate it and feel like, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have the quiet time to do it. Like, I'm so busy, people are around me. So I don't usually get it done if I wait. But if I do it in the morning, it's just this really nice, peaceful, calm time to spend with God, to read His Word, to pray, and to do all of that. And I find that the days that I do it, which luckily I've built the habit of doing that almost every day. The days that I don't do it, I find a difference. I see my mood change, my mental state change. I'm a little bit more grumpy, irritable, whatever it may be. But I notice that starting my day out with that really puts me in a good mindset, a good mood, and puts a good head on my shoulders for the day. Especially because I guide and direct my life through God and my relationship with Him. So it's a good way to just put me in the right headspace in the morning, and I find it so important for me. So I would recommend that to everyone, but I understand if you don't have that kind of relationship or routine in your life. But I would highly recommend thinking about implementing that into your life. It's really beneficial. Okay, another habit, number 4, is get dressed every day. And I was the type of person that when people said this, I was like, I don't want to wear jeans around my house. Like, I went to a high school, I went to a charter school, so I only went in person a few days a week. So I was home, working from home the other days. As a college student, I am now full-time online college. So I have never been someone that wants to wear jeans at home, wants to get all dressed up, put makeup on, and do all that every day, and I'm still not. So I found that even if I change into something just a little bit different than what I wore to bed, it's just very helpful. I wake up in the morning in my pajamas, and then I change into leggings, into even sweatpants. I'm not a huge sweatpants person just because I overheat and things like that, but leggings, I have a lot of like linen pants that are really comfortable, sweatshirts, t-shirts, sweaters I really like to implement, makes me feel more put together. This jacket is very comfy, but also makes me feel more put together. And those things just really make a big difference. Putting on a different set of clothes, although not pajamas, they are kind of similar. They're just as comfortable, and I can spend my day in them feeling like I got dressed for the day and I did something with myself, and I'm still comfortable and able to just be comfortable in my home. So that is a huge recommendation from me. It just kind of puts your head in the mindset of, I'm getting ready for the day. I need to be productive and do my stuff, and yeah. I also look forward to finding those outfits that I think are cute, like work from home outfits. I've really enjoyed that. So it's something that I think is very helpful to me. All right, next up, I have number 5, which is keep your space picked up. This is a really big habit. I know so many people that just struggle with, you know, having clothes strewn about, different things like that. I find it really helpful that when I keep my space very picked up, and even if I just take a couple times a day to just pick things up, it takes a minute or two. It's really helpful. Put things back in the drawer, fold clothes and put them away, stuff like that. A huge recommendation I have, and a tip that I started years ago, is I have like a big basket in my bedroom. Not huge, but it's a nice basket. You could fit a blanket or 2 in there. And I keep it like at the end of my bed or hidden away in a corner. And I use that for clean clothes. So like when you're getting undressed or you're changing or whatever it may be, if you just did your laundry, I hate putting laundry away. I hate putting clothes away. I do not like to take a shirt off and immediately put it on a hanger and put it away. I'm not that person. Never have been, and I've accepted that I probably never will be. So I found it really helpful to have that basket in my room, and I use that as almost like a laundry basket for clean clothes that need to be put away. And I throw everything in there, and I keep my pajamas in there or something. I throw everything in there, and then every couple days or so I will go through it and put everything away. And that's so helpful for me, because then my room looks immaculate. It looks like I have nothing strewn about or thrown around, but I have all of that in a basket somewhere in my bedroom, and it's really not that much of an eyesore. It's very unnoticeable. Just get a cute basket, stuff everything in there, and no one will even know the difference. So I actually think this is like my secret life hack, although I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that do it, but I'm like, it was life-changing for me. So I really recommend that, and that's my little like pro tip for you today. Next up, number 6 is read. I know this isn't for everyone, and I know not everyone loves to read, so this is more of like a personal option, but I find that I love reading anyways. I've always been a reader, but I've gotten in and out of the habit of it. But I find that when I'm consistently reading, it really uplifts my mood. It makes me feel very productive, accomplished, and motivated. Although I'm just reading silly like fantasies and romances, I feel very accomplished when I finish a book, and I feel very proud of myself. And I think that's a really good like serotonin boost to have, I guess, in your life. And reading is just a nice outlet for your mental health anyways. It's a good escape for me to really just turn my brain off and enter a different world where nothing really bad happens necessarily, and if it does, you know, it's not as gut-wrenching as, say, your real life. So I really find that as a great outlet for me with my mental health and just productivity. Like, it makes me feel motivated, and I love it so much, and it gives me a nice thing to do and a nice way to break off from my day and the outside world and just enjoy myself. While not also feeling like I'm being lazy by like scrolling on my phone or watching TV, which isn't really helpful for your mental health anyways. So this is a nice way to relax and not do anything that you have to do or like something you don't want to do without scrolling on your phone and using that as a tool of relaxation. So that is just a little tip from me. Another thing about that is I would say even just reading like 10 pages before bed. If you're not a reader and you don't care so much about how many books you're reading, you don't want to read a ton of books, even just finding some books you enjoy, whatever they may be, and reading like 10 pages every night before you go to bed can be really helpful, because 10 pages goes a long way. And reading before bed instead of, say, scrolling can really help you feel more relaxed and more accomplished. And I say again, proud of yourself for doing that. So that is my little recommendation for non-readers, I guess, but even readers too. All right, number 7 is plan out your weeks and your days. I find this really helpful. Even if I don't follow it to a T, I like having everything laid out, everything that I'd like to do for the week and the day laid out. So I'm a very visual person, so having that laid out for me is really helpful. And no one can deny the amazing feeling of checking something off a list and feeling like you just conquered the world, especially if you finish that list or almost finish it. So I think this is a really great way to make yourself feel motivated to get things done, to feel accomplished and getting those goals done, whatever it may be. Even if it's just brushing your teeth or making your bed, I will add that to my to-do list so that I feel better about myself and I can check more things off. But yeah, I just think that's really helpful. I know for me too with school, I need to have everything laid out for the week or I'll miss things, because I just tend to not think about due dates and stuff because they stress me out. But obviously that's not good, because then I'll forget about it and not turn in my assignments. So I find it really helpful to just spend a day like Saturday or Sunday, lay out all the homework you have for the week and just write it down somewhere. Or whether it's homework or work or chores you need to do, whatever it may be. And then I also like to kind of divvy things out between the days, knowing how much time I would have each day to do things. That's helpful to me as well. And then I just write down any things I have going on, appointments, social outings, things like that, just so I can feel like I have things figured out and I'm not going into the week or day blind. That's really helpful for me. So I would recommend that to anyone. All right, next up is number 8. I highly recommend to everyone not to set big, overwhelming goals for yourself. I used to try to do this because you see everyone do it, especially around the new year, setting big goals, and I am just not that type of person. I would set those goals and then I would get unmotivated or I forget about them, and then by the end of whatever time when I would look back on them, I felt so diminished, so angry with myself, and so much like a failure. And so I found that just made me be like, oh, well, I give up. I'm not even going to try anymore. And that was just not good for me and not good for my mental health. So I found that although I love making goals and things like that, I make really small, accomplishable goals. And once those goals are met, you feel so accomplished and so motivated to continue that you can eventually build up to bigger goals if you want to, or just keep all of the goals small. But I found that once I started doing this and not putting too much pressure on myself, I was able to build a lot more habits and get a lot more accomplished, even if it took a little bit longer and I wasn't so focused on it every day. I just kind of almost subconsciously built these habits and accomplished these goals just because I wasn't putting too much pressure on it. I let myself do it with ease and it just kind of worked out. And so I would highly recommend not setting really high, big goals for yourself. Set small ones, accomplish them, and feel excited and continue and continue. And I think that's a really, really important thing, because I think we put too many goals and expectations on ourselves and then we just let ourselves down and get overwhelmed. And that's never good. All right, number 9, we're getting close to the end. I would say to focus on eating less processed foods, which I know can be very difficult. But just think more about the natural foods you're eating. You know, if you need a snack, go pick up an apple or a banana. And even like I have like the kids go macro bars or something, you know, just pick something up like that. It's not as bad as, say, like a chewy granola bar or something, a bag of chips, whatever it may be. I really have made it a goal to stray away from eating like crackers, like Goldfish and Cheez-Its. Those were a big thing for me, and although I do still eat them and I have them occasionally, I've really just become adapt to not eating them every day and not craving them every day. So sometimes when I'm really craving them, I allow myself to eat them, and I eat them and I don't care, and I enjoy them. And maybe I go through phases where I do eat them every day, but it has built in me to not feel like I need to eat things like that. I feel more inclined to eat the banana or eat the apple or eat a handful of nuts or trail mix, and it's much more satisfying. I feel better about myself, so I feel better mentally and physically. So that's just something I would recommend to keep in mind, just making little habits like that, slowly starting them to stray away from all those processed crackery foods. It's a small tip from me, but I don't put too much pressure or judge people too much on eating because I know how difficult it can be. So let's move on to number 10. So number 10, I would say, is drink a lot of water, which I know is super basic, just like making your bed, but this is something that is so, so important. And when you drink a lot of water, it not only makes you feel better physically, but you know that you're doing something good for yourself, and it's something as simple as drinking a lot of water. And so that can really boost your mental mood and your motivation to accomplish things. And also, the more I drank water, the more I learned to crave it, to where now I wake up in the morning and I crave water. And more often than not, water is what I'm drinking. I only drink water, coffee, and kombucha. I do not drink anything else. I've cut out everything else. And I really don't miss things that much. Occasionally, if I am, I will drink or eat whatever, but I really don't find myself wanting those things anymore, and I genuinely love and get excited about drinking water. But my tip for that, in saying that, is something that helped me, and I think probably would help a lot of people, especially my generation, just knowing how we are, is find a water bottle that you love and you're excited about using and you just really enjoy to use. And that is honestly a huge motivator for me to drink water. If like I'm on vacation and I don't have like my favorite water bottle, I will not drink that much water because I don't like drinking out of plastic bottles. I don't like plastic water bottles. And so I will just not drink water, and I will notice by the end of the day I haven't drinking enough water. So I find it really helpful to have that water bottle that you really love, take it everywhere with you, and it just makes me excited to drink water because I love my cup. That's a little tip. It's not huge, but like I said, these are my top 10 habits for simple, healthy life. I don't like putting too much pressure on myself or other people, and I just thought I would take a different point of view to it and give you simple little things that you can implement that can maybe later build into bigger habits, bigger life changes, and overall make you feel a lot better. I know for me that's what these habits have done. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys, and I hope you guys found something interesting in this. This may have all been silly to talk about, but I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know I don't really film sit down videos, but I wanted to add something a bit different on here than just my usual vlogs. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys are gonna try these habits or if you find them interesting at all. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you in my next video. Like and subscribe, do all those things, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.